There it goes. Hello, all you lovely people. My name is Lunatic Vixen, and welcome back to Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Hello, Minnie. Alrighty, so we should be in the very bottom of Florida. We sure are. So we're gonna swing up and around, hit those people. And just kind of follow this bottom part, I think, is the plan for today. Is just kind of hit the bottom section. Because we hit the top section going this way. We can go up and do down here. And then come up and around and do the middle. I think that works. Also, for funsies, I have my hair... I just took a shower. And I brushed my hair straight. Since you're not helping, you're in the way. I just brushed my hair straight. I think it'll be funny if you guys watch over the course of the next couple hours and see just how curly my hair gets after air drying. Like, I'm gonna come over here so you can see it's real good. I just think it's funny. Because, like, if anybody ever questions the fact that I have very naturally curly hair, this'll do it, because I just brushed it. There's no product in it, nothing. Just brushed it straight. So, y'all get to see the nightmare that is my hair. You can already see it a little bit in the front. It's already getting curly and floofy. It's gonna be a frizzy mess by the time we're done. But it'll be fun. I don't know. I'm coming today. Alright. Let's grab these stories and we'll go into Miami, because I don't think we've been into Miami.
Want your picture taken?
Yeah.
The man's smile is eager. His teeth are sharp. His companion glances up sharply. I told you, I don't like it. No more till we know it's safe.
What's safe? Why, are we stealing souls?
The second man spits his words out. We're killing people. We take their damn picture. A few weeks later, a newspaper wants it, and it's always a fucking obituary.
Oh.
The sharp-toothed man shrugs. Traveling alone is dangerous. Not our fault. So, want a photograph?
I think this is the one that I need, the one with the star. Sure.
Back a bit. Back it. There. The sharp-toothed man fusses over the camera, ignoring his scowling
I might be
companion.
meeting my boss again real quick.
Now just hold it. Hold it. Perfect. Wait an hour and I'll have it ready.
Wait.
When the men come out of the dark room, their moods are reversed. That eager, sharp-toothed man is working his jaw furiously, as if chewing on bad tobacco. His friend beams as he calls to you. Terrible picture. You're just a blur. No idea why, but reckon it can't harm you.
Nice. Cameron Richfield, who was soon to die. Maybe I'm not. I guess I'm not going to meet my boss all of a sudden real quick. I'm okay with that.
An older, portly man stands on the street corner, fixing a look of refined disdain on everyone who walks past. As he catches sight of you, he alights on you with a kind of thrill. You! He calls, pointing.
See what he wants.
He sidles closer to you. You aren't from around here, huh? You, want to make some cash?
Doing what?
Holes need to get dug. Fence posts, you know, on my estate. My maintenance man is sick. It's just a quick drive.
Sure, I think my hell's full.
Great. Good. This way. He takes you down an
Aw,
alley
man.
where a car is parked.
Aw,
A little
man.
shabbier than you expected. Up close, he's a lot shabbier too. He draws a pistol from inside his jacket. Give me everything you got.
Sure.
You hand over what you have. He pockets the money with his free hand.
I just
The
got
other
mugged.
keeps the gun trained on your
Rude.
head. He climbs backwards into his car and manages to get it away down the alley before you can do anything to stop him.
Heckin' rude. The gentleman scam artist. Yeah, sure. Gentleman. About as much of I'm more of a gentleman than that asshole is. Rude. Oh, I have half health. Why do I have half health? Heckin' rude. This should be a retold story. His farmer is lording beside a couple of crates of berries, idly watching the clouds go by. Waiting for the pickup, he says, trying to make small talk. Hey, you want to hear a wild story? Absolutely. He starts telling you about the thunderbirds, swooping and darting around the high places. Takes a couple minutes, but you suddenly recognize the story about the thunderbird people who fly from when they fall from heights. Whoever told it to the farmer changed, well, a lot, but it's still pretty good. Where'd you hear that? Well, I can't remember. He says, think I've known it for years since I was a boy for sure. That can't be right. Happened to me. Bullshit, you're a good joker, I'll give you that. Ah, so that one should be all the way grown up. Nice. That's always a good thrilling one. I need to earn some money. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Let's look for work. Digging holes, know what you had in mind, but damn, they're digging a lot of holes in this park. A foreman assigns you to a work group with a mix of other disheveled men and women and sends you to off to dig a pit by the water fountain. I'ma keep quiet. Foreman keeps coming by to ask what you found. At one point you dig up something suspiciously bone-like and everyone gets really excited. It breaks apart in the foreman's hands, though it's just a rotten stick. Damn. By nightfall, your many holes have turned up nothing interesting. The foreman pays out pretty well, though. Cool, I got a little bit of money.
You've enjoyed a break on the beach,
Hey!
staring off the edge of the world. But the sun is starting to go down, and the breeze is getting stronger. As you're about to stand, a man plonks down near you. He sits a polite distance off, but looks at you expectantly.
I'm gonna greet him
He
warmly.
smiles weakly. I just got fired. First Spanish-American radio host in the state, and they fired me. They needed to make cuts, I get that, but I'm twice the... He trails off. I don't know what I'm going to tell my wife.
Be sympathetic.
I could try the docks, but there's already more men than jobs, and I could barely support the family on what they pay. He hangs his head. And my boy, I can't bring myself to tell him. I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna sit with him.
He calms as the sun drops below the horizon. An expanse of darkness is ahead of you. Turning back to the lights of the city reminds you that the world hasn't gone away. After a long silence, he speaks. It's never going to get better, is it?
Like, I need a sad story, but I want to give him hope.
It takes you a moment to notice his sobbing over the noise of the waves. I've got to tell them, haven't I? I'll go to the port in the morning and see if they'll take me.
Wow, I did nothing.
You can no longer
right.
make him out in the dark, but his hand touches your shoulder as he leaves.
Man on the beach in Miami despairing about the future. That's sad. A mojito. Oh, I don't have enough money for nothing. I just need health. I need a little bit of health. I can do sandwich. There we go. I'm just trying not to die again. You would think that's not too much to ask for, but I guess not. Who's right up here? I don't think I've met this person. This person looks new. That means I don't have to change out my loadout of stories. Thank goodness. I have cat hair and my hair up my nose and it's driving me bananas. Oh, that looks like a resource thingamabob. Cool. I'm enjoying the music on down here. St. Petersburg. Oh, okay. Let's grab these two stories. Did I see a resource thing? I must have misseen it. Oh, it's way up there. It's hard to see with the
As you
darkness.
approach
Oh,
the
my.
farmhouse, a flock of crows lands in the field ahead. A wave of anguish washes over you, and when the world snaps back into focus, a man stands amongst the crows. Death has come to this place, he says.
Who are you?
I am here for the deceased.
Ah,
As he speaks, 2 crows fly out from the farmhouse towards him, each carrying a large rectangle of colorful cloth. 4 boys came out here to have some last peace.
Who died?
The 2 boys who lived there, lovers who lived as they died. Too young, with the world turned away from them. Finally taken by the illnesses they could not fight. He takes a cloth from the birds, panels like tapestries, names stitched into them.
I know what that is. That's the AIDS quilt. It's not quite the right time period, but I bet money that's what it's referencing, if nothing else. What's the cloth?
He holds them up. Their names.
Yep.
The stories of their lives, told by those who loved them.
Yep. That's the
To
AIDS
be
quilt.
added to the quilt of all the others. Thousands. To remember the tragedy, the terror, the grief. The entire generation we lost.
To a better future.
The man nods. Only by knowing our history, our stories, and why they were allowed to happen, can we strive forward to a better tomorrow. Then, he bursts into 100 crows and flies away into the dusk.
Oh, that. Crowman holding on for a better tomorrow. Yep. That's referencing the AIDS quilt. That sure is. So if you guys aren't familiar with the AIDS quilt, that was... I think it's still technically ongoing, but during the height of the AIDS crisis, it was very common because people who died of AIDS a lot of times weren't really buried by their families or anything like that. Basically, it was hard to get them buried, yada yada, the terrible stuff, lots of terrible stuff. But as part of a big memorial thing, people would get together and put together AIDS quilts, which is like you would have, I would say it's like 6 feet by 3 feet or something like that. Basically, you would take a piece of cloth the size of a grave, and that would be that person's panel on the AIDS quilt. And last I heard, this thing was horrifically massive. So, highly recommend if you're not familiar with the AIDS quilt and all that, and just overall the history behind the AIDS epidemic and crisis. Highly recommend that you check it out because it is chilling stuff, but it's like he says, it's history that we have to know. So, let's have another story, shall we?
You didn't think the musician would even notice you. He seemed off in his own little world, idly strumming and muttering along in tune. He stops and calls out to you from his perch on the sidewalk. What's your name?
I'll tell him.
He winks. Now watch this. He sings Baby Won't You Please Come Home, but with your name in the lyrics. Now,
I have
he
no
says,
money.
if you found that meant something to you, and you want to show some of that appreciation, I sure would be obliged.
I would, but I can't afford a tip.
He clenches his jaw. You've taken my art without recompense for the labor.
Whoops.
Now, the God I pray to ain't a violent one, but I curse you for that. And you believe me, artists wherever you go will know you ain't a friend of him. As you leave, he loudly sings a song about the devil. You don't know whether he's referring to the God he prays to, or you.
Guitar player who believes. Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. I wonder if I would have had the same thing if I'd had money. Shared this bus stop with an old man. Hey, that's the man who robbed me. Who shifts from foot to foot, thumbing his suspenders and watching the passing traffic with anxious focuses. Hey, want to hear a good story? With the airman of his distracting himself, he stumbles quickly through the tale about the farm dotted with scarecrows made from the corpses of dead men. You barely piece the story together. You suddenly realize that he told you a twisted version of the story about the scarecrow possessed by the ghost of a vagrant, but massively changed with whole new chunks you don't remember. It's true, the old man insists, and with that, the conversation seems over. That one's all good to go.
And my trains run
Yep.
out of track. Won't be
Alright.
no one else.
Oh, Dupre. Oh yeah, I
I
remember
always knew you'd come loping back my
Uh-oh.
way and catch me checking for
you.
marks.
Uh-oh. I don't have new stories for you. Oh no.
How you been, traveler? I'm afraid I got myself in some damn tight spots since we last made bets with each other. It's the way of the world.
Yeah.
You give too much, someone gon' take away too much. Just don't mind me if I seem like I'm wincing. It ain't you. It's just love making its way to hell. Come over. Come sit.
Okay.
Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like...
Alright, you like thrilling stories. Jersey Devil? Jersey Devil? Ooh,
Just
like
what
about
I
halfway there.
asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do. It ain't possible to live in a world without men, and so it ain't possible to live in a place where things ain't taken, you see? And it makes it worse if you love them. I met a no-shit blonde once who couldn't have stolen anything from me, she was that sweet. And before I could love her, a man took her and we were all back to taking again, and boy, you couldn't blame him, could you?
Ah.
I never did. Hey, got any exciting stories?
Oh, you need a thrilling one. Okay. Ruby the Rodeo? Oh, here we go. Thunderbirds.
Well, well, they should let you make
Hey,
the
there we go.
movies, honey. Freedom's a trap. The more they tell you you have it, the more they've taken it away. The more you try to move toward it, the more your legs get deeper into the web. I left jail one morning and the jailer said a sweet goodbye. And I walk out into the town square and a man spit on me for looking like I weren't dressed for outside. Hey, got any exciting?
Okay, now that we've got her all the way up, let's see if I can find something that I just want to use. I like this one.
Quit it, stranger. That sweet nonsense will kill me. I don't think I'll ever go back to my family. I think about it sometimes. I remember the smell of the coffee my mom brewed on the stove, thick and burnt brown. And then I think about her face when I walked through the door, disheveled, a mugshot, a half smile and nothing to give her or say. And I think, Dupree, she'd be happier if she didn't look on a hustler for a daughter. Hey, got any exciting stories?
Let's see what else do I got that I want to try and tell you. I need to tell this one.
Honey, thrills is the
Oh,
stuff
that is
I
really
live
big.
on. That one will keep me going. I am home, friend. Do you know what it's like to be your own home? I am it.
That's an interesting concept.
You can see the windows into the loft, the tools I use to fix the shelves of my life. And when I look out each morning, the lawn is different as I fan out the cards. You got any stories with a happy ending? Right now, I want a happy...
Well, a ghost, a dog, clownish corpse. I don't know what this one is. The rodeo.
Keep that for the dime novels, honey. I don't read that stuff. Maybe Lady Fortune has it in for me. I've been losing recently. On a tilt since he left, like a branding iron ain't ever left my skin. When I was younger, I hadn't seen all the ways you can lose. When you're young, you don't even have nothing to lose. You can eat what you like and nothing give you indigestion. Now I don't say hello at gas stations in case someone somewhere trips on me. All this heavy stuff, it's nice to have someone to pay attention. Soothe my bruises, let the dice be. You want to play a few cards with me before you move on? Of course you do.
Ah.
Let's play slow for a while and you tell me a tale?
I might be able to get her third. I'm gonna see if maybe I can swing getting that last one from her. I can't remember which ones I've. Okay, I just told her this one. We'll do Ray's. I told her this one. Hunting bald eagle. Yeah, that one's kind of interesting. The suspicious prospector. And then we'll change it to. I like this one. We told her this one. Oh yeah, the three-headed bird. And then just told her. No, I didn't. Yeah. That's a good, possibly thrilling one. I just did this one. Jackrabbit and the cat. I haven't told her that one. That's a good, thrilling one. Oops, come down. Okay. We did tell her that one. Still don't have that many of this one? Dang. It's probably because I'm like, every time I'm like, I don't want a sad story. Oh, the Crow Man holding for not for beg tomorrow. That's the one we just got. We told her the Bushwhacker. Giant Rooster is probably thrilling. Told her this one. Anonymous Grave could be good. Okay. Let's see, because I don't want to come all the way back down here in Florida to pick her up. So I can just go grab her real quick because I think I can make it work. I don't know, we'll find out. I'm gonna give it a shot at least. Okay. This should be the chapter 3, and this should be the last one with her. Let's see what she looks like now, loose with the truth. I think this will be interesting. You gonna be freaky?
Don't you come no closer. I ain't talking to you. I ain't got nothing you want.
Oh, is that a cat or a fox?
Stay back there. I got a gun on me. What are you doing here? I ain't took nothing from you. It was all in the cards. We're square. Do you hear what I'm saying? Get going. I'm saying well, fine. You just sit there. You ain't got a gun. Who am I kidding? You're no threat to me. You're so gentle and gullible, I ain't sure you really even exist. It's true. I hustled you good. I ain't apologizing, we ain't going back. But I'll tell you how the game works if you want. My little favor, sweetheart. Now it's your turn. Scare me like you'd scare a good mark.
Interesting. Oh, scary stories. Okay. Scary story. Am I gonna say this one's scary? I'm pretty sure it's scary.
That one ain't bad. When they shiver and shake for you, that's when you know you got 'em. My mom would be proud of me for taking instead of being the victim. She would. She would be proud of me. All that time being beat and being left by the guys who said I love you, or the cops, or the casino security. But sometimes I get the better of the world and I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry one bit. I got you fair and square.
What did you do to me?
Now it's your turn. Scare me like you'd scare a good mark.
Oh, you suddenly really want scary stuff, huh? Oh, no. Okay, I think the red creature is a scary one. It's either scary or thrilling.
Good one.
There we go.
I think maybe you got the talent for
getting there.
turning the mood, sweetheart. I was so lucky to meet you on the road where you're going. So guileless at me, that face all hopeful like you could learn something. I knew straight away I could hustle you with a few nice place stories, them words all wound up on a spindle. And you came back to see me, and then I knew you got 'em, Miss Dupree. The fish is on the line, come home to mommy. And luck had it, you reeled in. Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
Okay, thrilling one. Okay. That one might be... that one's scary. Just thinking. Oh. Here we go. Pick a spell. Perfect.
Haha, good one. Exciting enough to keep attention, but true enough to trick a mark. You didn't see that coming, did you? Last time we saw each other, we was close. So close you could feel my breath by your ear. And I was so vulnerable. And now you're thinking to yourself, she stole from me, that witch. She played me and I want it back. But you can't have it back, sweetheart. I grifted you with the grace of a choir boy. Now it's your turn. Scare me like...
Oh, why do you want scary stuff? Oh, here we go. Creepy Mill? Creepy Mill. Creepy Mill. How about Creepy Mill? It's got creepy in the name of the set. So it's gotta be spooky.
Good one.
There we go.
I think maybe you got the talent for turning the mood,
You're
sweetheart.
not getting anywhere.
You know, my stepdaddy used to say that the anger is momentary. Because tomorrow you realize that what was stolen from you was easily replaceable. We're like these little reminders of materialism, the fluidity of things, the way things shift across the world, you know? I remember he said, we ain't like the robbers. We don't injure you, put you in a bad place. We just guide it out of your hands so you think for a second it was lost. Now it's your turn.
Again with the scaring. Okay. Don't think I've got anything for certain. Oh no, she wants scary. Ichabod Crane? That's good.
That one ain't bad. When they shiver
Ooh,
and
get
shake
there.
for you, that's when you know you got it.
I think I'm out of time though.
You wanna try to come near me? Just you try. I wriggle like a fish and I know every soft and squishy part to punch. I'm a good winner, I promise. The winnings are valuable to me. I need them. Sun's up, so get out. You can see your way to walk, so you ain't got an excuse. It's time to leave. And don't you go where I'm headed. That's my territory next. But, well, okay, you ain't no competition.
That's not.
You're like a
is it?
little flower waiting to get cut down by the plow. I hope you've smartened up a bit the next time I see you.
Alright, I didn't quite get her. It's okay. I can get it on the next one. I can on my way out. Okay, what did I... Okay, I did Pecos Bill. Tune to the racehorse. I did the creepy mill. I can do August. Do that one. And then White Rider, Bearing the Souls of the Dead. Oh, that's a scary one. That's a good one. Midnight Ritual. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, The Cat and the Dead Horse. That one's messed up. I'll do the Midnight Ritual. I'm also, like, I'm thinking she's pretty close to being done, so I'm just finding stuff that I can... don't mind telling the stories of. Tell the Red Creature? I think I'd tell the Red Creature. Man, Walking Willis, Bizarre Children. Do Quinn. Told her this one. Children. Pale Death, Gunshot Man, Bacon Farmhouse. Okay. Did one. I want to tell that one though, Crow Man. It's a good one. Okay. Let's see, Lingering Voices. That one was horrifying. Okay. I would not have guessed that she would have ended up being a Fox-style character. I mean, it makes sense in, like, retrospect. I think it's interesting. Also, I really want to know what she thinks. I wonder if it's the fact that I'm broke. Like, if I'd had money, would she have stolen from me? That'd be funny. She's acting like I stole from her. Like she stole from me. I think it would also be a really funny twist if she turns around and goes, "Oh, I stole your heart," or something like that. And that's what she thinks she stole. That would be interesting. Grab this resource real quick, though. And then I'll swing and grab hers. I miss.
This will be my tale, my vagrant song.
That's a story. I don't need a story. Fine, I'll get a story. Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna have to hop over there to get it. That's a story too. I wanted resources, damn it. Need some stories.
The lawmen stream past, fired up and in pursuit. It's a miracle they don't run down the man in the red coat. Amid the chaos of horses' legs and swirling dust, he turns to you and grins. But when the last rider passes, the crouching man is gone.
Very strange.
You turn to leave, but a voice interrupts you. Aren't you the least bit curious what I was up to? He sits atop a fence post behind you, tapping his heels against it. His crimson coat is untouched by the dust.
Play along.
Their quarry earned a favor from me. He empties a handful of bullets onto the ground. They'll find her a little harder to hit without these. He flashes rot-worn teeth. You could earn a favor too. He grabs some bullets. Shell game? See if you can best me.
Yeah, sure.
He slides
I
from
love
the
shell
post
games.
and sets up the game. 3 cups, 2 bullets. His movements are exaggerated, taking care to demonstrate that he's making no sleight of hand. Ready?
Study the man.
The cups move like lightning. The
Ah.
man is more readable. You manage 3 correct guesses.
Ah.
On the 4th, you catch him palming the bullets. He grins. Sometimes you have to make your own luck. He presses a bullet into your palm. Maybe this will make some for you.
We can hope. Trickster emptied bullets from lawmen's guns. Nice. I'll grab these two just because I'm over here. Be a little bit easier for me to swing around. Yeah, I can follow the road once I do that.
And when I'm cold and empty,
Oh, there's a resource.
they're the ones who'll bury me.
Give me resources, please. Money! Want to make some cash? Yes, I do. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, money.
Well, I'm gonna
There's a retold story.
In the morning, migrants line the street in an obedient queue, heads down, stomachs grumbling. Every couple minutes, the line lurches forward like the yank of a chain. They're waiting to get into a warehouse. You can't tell why or what's inside.
I'll get in line.
Time passes. Time passes. Time passes.
Oh, no.
Time passes. Finally,
Oh,
you're
thank
ushered
goodness.
inside. A calf's been dumped on the dirt floor, its exposed flank picked apart to the bone. There's a slit running down its stomach, spilling sand instead of blood. A butcher in a muddy smock stands over the cow with a knife, gesturing at you to choose a cut.
I'm in this line long enough.
You eat for the day.
Oh,
You've had better.
that's fine. Oh, the dust killed cow. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. So it was it was another dust bowl type thing. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, there's 2 stories here. Didn't even notice. Policeman on the truck of this corner is having a pretty wild argument. You listen as the man on the radio finishes a story about the architect ghost who haunts his rival house in Santa Fe. Swear this is what happened. You know this story. It's a stranger version of the story of the architects who came to blows in Santa Fe, but with some bits left out or replaced. Ain't sure the cop in the truck says, if only he knew.
Bare bones of the
Alright.
earth.
Oh, that got all the way open.
Digging my heels into the ground.
Uh,
Oh, God, not another.
uh,
He meets your eye and shrugs. They're not mine. I'm not a shepherd, I'm a teacher, but they
What?
just keep coming. A flash of panic crosses his face. What if they never stop appearing? I'll drown in sheep.
Drown in sheep? What do you mean appearing?
It started a day ago. I was sitting on a tree stump, musing about my job. I'm stuck where I am, can't get a promotion.
Mood.
Wished I'd chosen a different path. And then, bah! A sheep is munching away next to me. He shrugs.
Bah?
Yes, like that. I looked for a gap in the fence, figured they're from a farm. Nothing. And 3 more appeared while I searched. He sounds desperate. Started yesterday. Now I have 43 sheep. I can't escape. They chase me whenever I try.
Tried selling them?
People will think I'm a thief. Wouldn't you ask the provenance of sheep?
Uh.
Wonder why a teacher had some? He looks tired. Perhaps I've lost my mind. Or this is a dream, and you're not here. I'd like to wake up.
You're awake.
Ah, damn. I suppose I'm not imagining him either. His dejected look abruptly lifts. Tell you what, though. They're a lot less work than children.
I imagine.
Quieter, too.
I don't know about that.
If I had to choose which to be trapped with, I'd take sheep every time.
Well, there you go. Strangely alluring to sheep. I wonder if that's got to be a funny story, right? Grab this one.
Well, I'm gonna cast my
He spent a half hour filling you in on his plans to drive
Oh,
coast
he's
to
got one of those.
coast. Enthusiasm radiates off him. When he talks, you hear the blare of the motor, feel the wind ruffle your hair, taste the tang of oil on the breeze. But why he dresses like a racer is beyond you.
Those gloves deerskin?
Of course. Where's the joy in driving if you don't look the part? He slips off a glove and has you feel how soft it is. Driving really is the only way to travel.
I prefer to walk.
There's a beat of silence. He smiles awkwardly, like he doesn't agree, but doesn't want to gainsay you. If you're ever along the Mother Road, keep an eye out for me.
Can I see your car?
He laughs. Oh, friend, I would love to show you, but that's for another day.
He doesn't have a car.
He strolls off, whistling. The woman seated on a nearby step croaks a laugh.
What's funny?
She shakes her head. Factory's never going to reopen. He'll never get the money. He'll never get his damn car. She chuckles. Hadn't dampened his spirits none. Spent his last cent on those ridiculous clothes. That coast-to-coast trip is all he can talk about.
The driving obsessive who didn't own a car. Yep. I can't tell if that's funny or hopeful. It's one of the two.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig.
Where am I at on stories? 187, 237. Oh, we're getting there. Really cooking.
That ferry man comes for to tally up my worth. I won't leave much to find that can be found.
Oop, there's a retold story. 2 retold stories. Goodness. And some resources. Let's do that before we talk to our lovely lady. Okay, yes, this guy, his whole thing is way too long. Launches into a wild story about a witch girl and her kitten familiars. Halfway through, he stops, recognize the look on your face. You know this one. The girl with the basket of kittens. That's it, I like mine more. Sure, man. Yeah. Bribe the bar. Yada yada. God, it's so long.
When my trains run out of track,
Witch girl and her kitten familiars. That one was cute, though.
no one else to dig my hole.
Look at this. Fellas are lounging in front of a half-finished office building. Starts telling you a story about the ghoul who frightened folks by screaming jokes from his grave. You realize it's the story of the clownish corpse who claimed to live forever but changed in a few major ways. It's not bullshit. Alright. Let's grab this resource and then we'll talk to our lovely lady.
And the sea.
Huge storm, this farmer gasped, pointing to the clouded horizon. We gotta get the produce indoors before the fields wash out. Can you help? You and his family strip the fields of vegetables. When the rain hits, you're all safe inside and you got some coins in your pocket. Alright, let's... Oop, another story. Hang on. Spend a while in the cool shade at this gas station. Starts telling them a story about the cursed idol. You realize almost instantly he's telling a new story of the tale of the idol guarded by a talking snake, but with new, exciting, over-the-top details. Make yourself scarce missing ending of the boy's new story. Nice. What? Again? Really? Everything is growing and changing. What the hell? Man reads a newspaper that barely contained horror. Whoa, he says. Reads out a story about the mother known for her powerful secret insecticide recipe. You're shocked. It's the woman with the story of the one with buckets of poison, but some bits changed. Do you think it's really happened? Oh, yes. Sounds like nonsense to me for sure, the stuff they print these days. Okay, are we done? Nope. The game is just like, we're just gonna pour stories onto you now. Waitress at the diner is sharing an outlandish tale. You heard this one before? Regales you with a story about Joe, the Pullman porter, so wise he could even talk bandits down. Halfway through the story, you realize the story of Joe, the Pullman porter, who protected the trains on his run, but highly embellished. It's an interesting tale, and true every word of it. We got another one? Yes, we do. Jesus. Am I just turning around too much? At some point, I will have run out of stories to have grown. Waitress at the diner, yada yada. Story about Pecos Bill, yes, my boy, who rode a tornado up and down the Midwest. Halfway through, you realize it's the story of Pecos Bill, the cowboy who tamed the wind, but highly embellished. It's an interesting tale and true every word of it. Damn straight, that's my boy. Here's another one. Oh, this is funny. I must have found some sort of weird loop. Waitress at the diner. Story about the lighthouse lamp which would only burn in the presence of true love. Oh, it's the story of the blessed lighthouse sanctuary where souls in love could find respite. What do you think about that? It's an interesting tale, true every word of it. That's a good one. That's from the very beginning. I missed that one. God. I apparently need to catch up on these. Goodness. Wait in the soup line for over an hour, it's barely crawling along. You round the corner of the building and see far away a lone pair of nurses struggling to ladle out soup to hundreds. Gonna be waiting here a while longer, says the mother in line behind you. Seems like it. You and her get talking. After a while, the topic drifts to a strange place. She starts telling you about the Confederate ghost who hunts, haunts, and murders Yankees. You recognize it about the story of the Bushwhackers' vengeful ghost, but way more outrageous than your version. I know that story. You tell her your version. That's not as exciting, she says diplomatically. I mean, it sure sounds realer than what I heard, but I think Toby likes mine best. She bounces her child encouragingly on her hip, but Toby's too hungry to smile. Poor Toby. That one's all good. Yep. We're just gonna run through all these. Because I think this will be better for me in the long run to have as many of these grown up as I can get. Whoa. Reads a story about the shanty town where every citizen had simply ludicrous dreams. It's the story of the harebrained demon playing around with people's dreams, but some bits changed. Oh yes. Sounds like nonsense to me. Sure thing, man. I think I'm pretty much gonna have to go through every single story that I've told that is ready to grow. Gossiping for a while with the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse. Try this one on for size. Loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you the story of the spirit of the buffalo, which must run each year to protect its kind from extinction. Sounds a lot like the story of the spectral riders who hunt the ghosts of buffalo, but with some parts changed, some other parts added. At the conclusion of the tale, again, the effusive praise he is apparently expecting. Now we should be all thrown up. Yep. Gossiping for a while. Tells you the story of the native Robin Hood. Takes back the precious artifacts stolen from his people. Sounds a lot like the story of the vigilantes who hunt grave robbers across the Midwest, with some parts changed and other parts added. Grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, and you give him the effusive praise. Is that one all grown up? It is. So many. So many. I'm glad to get this done, though. Because that's why I'm taking advantage of this. Sure. He stumbles through the tale of the vampire woman of New Orleans, confusing himself now and again, backtracking, barely piecing the story together. He told you a twisted story of the version about the witch who drinks the blood of travelers in New Orleans. Nice. Because at least this way I'm not having to walk super duper far in order to get these. It's been a while in the cool shade. Parents argue. Starts telling the story about the trapped ghost who would turn any old faucet. He's telling new version of the tale of the vulgar ghost trapped in the bottle, but new exciting over-the-top details. Yep. Alrighty. That was all grown up. I gotta be getting close to the end of these. Wait, the soup line. Strange place telling about the haunted mill. You recognize about the story about the creepy mill, but way more outrageous. Okay. Soup line. She starts telling about the eccentric banker who went to work each day dressed as a clown. Ah, yeah. You recognize it as the story about the man who wished to be a clown but was trapped as a manager. Sad day. That's still... Everyone says that's funny, but that one still just crushes my soul. Okay, I'm getting tired of this. I'll do it a couple more times and I'm gonna call it good. Story about the cart horse faster than a steam train. Story of the man who loved his very special horse but changed in a few major ways. It's not bullshit. Alright. Fellas are lounging. Starts telling you a story about the flock of grackles that ate human flesh. It's the story of the three-headed bird of never-ending hunger, but changed a few major ways. That's less scary. It's bullshit. Alright. It was a three-headed ass bird. How does that go to a flock of grackles? I can see it going the other way. That's rude. Gossiping for a while about the weather, yada yada. He tells you the story of the alcoholic circus elephant at Runsiter Circus. Sounds a lot like the Norse story of Nolly, the prankster elephant, but some parts changed, other parts added. Give him the effusive praise he's looking for. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna do this 2 more times and I'm gonna be done. This is getting a little excessive. Listen to this. He works his way through a long and strange story about the unstoppable Bronco. What do you think? You know the story. It's the story of the rodeo, but wildly altered. Ah, what do you think about that one? It's a great story. Read from my brother. Farmers loitering, waiting for the pickup. Telling you about the giant lumberjack who could fell a clearing in an hour. There we go. Takes a couple minutes, but suddenly recognizes a story about the woodcutter with incredible strength. Yeah. I think I've known for years since I was a boy for sure. What happened to me? Bullshit. Alright. It's still going, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this done. I wanna get this done.
You again? Like a thorn in my foot, you chase me down again and again, 'cause you're a poor loser.
Sure am, darling.
You got hustled, but we all get hustled, especially gullible marks like you. So learn the game or it'll happen again. And if you look at it that way, I'm doing you a favor
sure.
telling you how it works. I mean, what did you expect? I told you I steal. Now it's your turn. Scare me like you'd scare a good mark.
You and your scary stories. Vacant farmhouse. I'm gonna try
Good one. I think maybe you got the talent
there
for
it goes.
turning the mood, sweetheart. Oh, come on there, get over it. I won what I won, and you knew I was a hustler. You knew I was a grifter by nature. You stayed to listen to my stories, and so whose fault is it now that I just gave in to my natural talents and grabbed a little something for myself? Does it hurt a little? I'm sure it does. Now it's your turn.
Okay. See if there's something I would rather tell. Ooh, this is a good one.
That one ain't bad. When they shiver and shake for you. No, no, you let me have something sweet, something I never had before. You listened, you never interrupted, you never stopped to tell me your life story. You just wanted to sit around with me and talk, and you ain't even try to rob me. What sort of person are you out here in the wild of America with a girl who steals? Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
Bondage, traps, imprisonment. Let's see. I'm also looking at the different topics. This is a good one. Choice and morality. Plus, I can get this story. This one's a thrilling story anyway. Oh, nice and scared.
Look, I'm a grifter, sweetheart. What did you want me to do? Heck, I even did like you. Don't know what made me play against you, but you know, that kind of thing is precious around here. It's like gasoline. It keeps us going. It keeps us looking at the horizon, makes our bellies scratch for dinner. I'm not a saint, and you knew I wasn't a saint when you came here. Now it's your turn. Scare.
We've already talked about that. Freedom. Bondage, traps, imprisonment. Authority. Ooh. Past and memories. That's a good one. Anonymous grave.
Sorry, honey, but that just ain't good enough.
Oh.
The sad story is the key of the whole hustle, so you gotta get it right. You know, my stepdaddy used to say that the anger is momentary. Because tomorrow you realize that what was stolen from you was easily replaceable.
Oh, we've already
I
heard that.
remember he said, now it's your...
Damn it. Oh well. Future. Nature, country, home, joy. I want to tell this one.
That ain't true. You can't lure a mock with some cheesy something that don't seem true. Oh, don't look at me like that. You knew what I was when you found me the second time. You knew I liked to play the cards and roll the dice and do the extra change trick in gas stations. And if you didn't, why, you're a little thicker than I thought. I'm sorry it worked out this way, but heck, I get by just like you do. And who's to say you ain't stolen this all from someone else?
Yeah, about that.
It's just my way, you know. I was shaped by the world, and all I do is reflect the nature of it. You know, wherever you go, I'll be taking a little extra from a stranger. No prejudice. How's that for you?
Alright, all done. Huh. What did I get from her? Bandana. Shell bullet from a casing. Bone dice. Conductor watch. Did I get the bullet from her? No. Feather? What did I get? Oh. I think I already had the dice though, so that's a little odd. So maybe that's technically her item? I don't know. I'm gonna grab a couple more of these guys just for good measure. Then we'll take a break. A young man who sits on a bucket like a king. Oh, strangely, about the cult. Story of the strangely clean tent story. There we go. Oh, never mind. Man leaning against the wall. Launch do a group recitation of the jilted witch of the bayou and her cruelty towards men. Yeah. Recognize the story about the man and the witch in the bayou. That's a good one. I like that story. That was fun. Of course. Damn, it sounds wild. I'll do this 2 more times. Like I said, it's really handy to get these. This way, like, I'm saving so much, like, trouble. Break time. They rapidly listen to a story about the travelers cursed to travel across America for 100 years. It's the story of the travelers who moved at the speed of the snail, but heavily embellished. Nothing close to what actually happened, but this version is pretty good. That one's all screwed up. Reads out a story about the bull whose blood could cure any sickness. You're shocked. It's the story of the bull that bled forever without dying, but with some bits changed. Do you think this really happened? Oh, yes. Sounds like nonsense to me. Okay, I am done with that. So now we just get to follow to the west. That'll be fun. But before we get on to that, we're going to take a short break. So this is your chance to get up, stretch, get a drink of water, whatever you may need. And we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. Also, I just want to point out how curly my hair already is, because it's really funny to me. Hello and welcome back. Yep, this is what we're already doing. Just like an hour of air drying is all this mess. I have very naturally curly hair. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to this. We're heading straight west.
My coals burn low and my trains run out of track. Won't be no one else to dig my hole.
My at stories was 187. Still the same amount.
Well, I got no companion except the wind and the sea.
Okay, so there's a couple stories out here.
And when
And there's that
I'm
campfire.
cold and empty,
That should be that guy. That's the sheriff tour guy, I think.
ones who'll bury
So, I should be fine with grabbing stuff from him. Preacher watches you with an odd look. Suspicion? Pity? Okay. Donation box money. Let's go.
borders of this land, and by I'll see them far and long. When the night come down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale.
Outside this lonely farmhouse, a pair of children, no older than 6 or 7, are waiting in a cart. One is holding the reins with an easy confidence, as if the cart is his. The other stares at you with a quiet suspicion.
I'm gonna just watch him.
Suddenly, a third child carrying a leather doctor's bag opens the farmhouse door and climbs laboriously into the back of the cart. He can't be more than 6 years old. You see an oversized stethoscope looped several times around his little neck.
Oh, what are you kids doing?
You okay? You shout. Where are your parents? But the driver kid just ignores you. He gives the reins a quick flick. As the horse trots away, you notice that the door to the farmhouse is open.
Go
A
inside.
humble parlor. In the armchair under the window is a girl no older than 5, left all alone. Where are your parents, you ask? She just gives a piping laugh. Dead these 80 years, she says. Under her shawl, her hair is bone white.
How old are you?
Nearly 90, she says. Oh, don't look at me like that. I know I've got the face of a wee child. So does Dr. Simons and his brothers. You'll find an awful lot of houses around here where folk are younger than our years.
What? Why?
You heard of changeling children? In the old country, people feared us. But mostly they feared our masters. She laughs, low and weird. We rose up in the hollows, under the hills. Killed our masters, then fended for ourselves. We made the choice everyone else did. America.
You killed some elves?
Don't call them that. Her eyes flash. They were tyrants. And even we magic folk die when you put a blade through their necks. Her smile grows. Her lips part. And you see that every tooth in her little mouth comes to a glistening, hook-curved point.
Cool. That's fine. It's a town of grotesque children who stay young forever. That's fine.
And the sea.
Let's grab these guys.
And when I'm cold and empty, they're the ones who'll bury me.
Across the street from this bar, a man in full uniform stares fixedly at the horizon. The older guys on the porch are watching him with an expression you read as deep distaste.
Well, what's the matter?
That boy wasn't in the war, one tells you. His older brother died in France. But Junior here tells people he fought, and he stands there in the middle of town once or twice a week in his brother's uniform, so we gotta see it. He spits in the dirt.
I'm gonna say that's disgusting just because I need a sad story.
You're damn right. It's crime, I think, the old man says. Cups his hands around his mouth and shouts, "Hey, Junior, go fuck yourself!"
Hey, wait.
Junior gives you the exact kind of matte finish stare you always see on men who left themselves behind in the war. I don't expect you to understand me, he drawls. But this is the way it's gotta be. He marches into the dark, an uncanny shadow of his dead brother's parade ground perfection.
That's fine. It's fine.
The old man sits by the roadside. A post protrudes from the dirt. A mismatched set of horseshoes tethered to the top with colorful string. I wish I knew where it went, he mutters. He glances up and startles. I know you. We've met before, haven't we? I know you.
He is mistaken.
He stands, triumph in his smile. It's been 50 years, but I'd recognize you anywhere, General. He fingers his lapel. I don't have it anymore, but I remember that day so well. You shook my hand. He offers that hand to you.
Let me shake his hand.
There's a jolt as your palms
Uh-oh.
meet. The sky grows dark. A faceless crowd gathers, a hodgepodge of uniforms and insignia. The old man smiles. Years melt from him. And then you said... The response leaps from your tongue. This is for your bravery. There's a medal in your hand.
Pin on the metal.
He grins, salutes. The horde around you falls, 100 spectral soldiers dropping into the dirt. You step back. The darkness recedes,
That's
and
fine.
the world is as it was. But the old man still wears the medal.
It's fine.
Well, how about that? Thank you, stranger.
Move on. Old man seeing lost things. That was a cool one, though. I like that one. That was a good one.
Cold and empty.
Alright, let's try and get this guy. Shaw. Cold iron shackles and a ball and chain.
I suppose most expect a Negro to end up in prison.
I guess.
Yeah, there's two kinds in my estimation. There's a prison with bars, where they lock you up after they decided you'd done a crime. And there's also the prison without bars. That's everywhere else, if you look hard enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, you, know any good true tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
Ooh, I got some goods. Tyrannical farmer.
Body and soul. I felt some strange sadness, yes. When you get a glimpse of real freedom after being away from it for so long, you forget what it was. That can break you. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay?
What have I got? I don't remember what that one is. Giant lumberjack. And our ritual. Pretty sure the father died in the car is a sad one.
I hear you. Family? It must have been hard for my son without a father. I feel bad for him. also feel bad for me. So, tell me a sad story.
Man, you really like them sad stories. I don't know if this one's sad. It might be. Oh, this one's sad.
I hear you. The
He is
past,
struggling.
sharecropping, and prison. It all blends together in my head. Might as well be the same thing. In prison, I ate more. But anyway, you, know any good true tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
You're killing me, my guy. Bulletized. Quinn. I've got mostly scary stories and whatnot. I can do Ray's, just because I don't got a whole lot of focusing on the tragic parts.
Body and soul.
Come on. Oh, really? You're gonna do that to me?
I'm free now. After all those years of hard labor, they let me go. Kind of felt like being fired from a job. So, tell me a sad story.
You are killing me, my guy. I don't remember this one at all, the Petunia. This one I think ends happily, so it's not a sad one. That one might be sad, kind of. I don't know. I'll have a lot of sad ones. Nobody ever wants to hear sad ones except for you, my guy. We'll do Quinn. We'll cheat a little bit. Give me
I hear you.
the eyeball. Thank you.
Some people travel because staying still makes them lose their minds. I'd like to meet those people. Ask them to trade lives for a while. Here's the sun.
Okay.
I got to go. My road takes me up this way. But if we meet again, I'll be glad to talk.
Okay.
What does a man owe in this life, do you think? I never think I ask or want for much. Just food, shelter, fair pay for honest work. Is it selfish? I truly have to wonder. Is it selfish to feel like you're owed anything at all? Even that. Tell me, brother, what was it that you wanted? What did life bring you instead?
Okay. Alright, so I can go ahead and grab him. I'm just gonna change up my loadout real quick. Try and focus on the sad stuff.
I'm gonna cast my stones o'er the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far and long.
I don't remember a lot of these. Because there's 190 of them. Shock of all shocks.
This will be my tale, my vagrant song. Yeah, this will be my
Preacher, Chinese chef.
my vagrant
That would not be a bad idea. Corn farmers. Oh, Johnny Appleseed's the sad one. I might have already told him that one though. Zealous mechanic. Dreams in the cotton field. Don't remember that one. I don't remember that one. Oh, that's a sad one. Crossroads. I think this one's sad. Totem Rays. His dog's probably sad. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Oh, this is a sad one. There we go, that's a good one. Okay, I think that'll work.
My trains run out
I think
of
I've more or
track.
less changed out a decent bit. Hang on. Oops. Hold on. Need to change out Quinn's. Walking Willis, Bizarre Children. There's Man. Oh yeah, this one's the sad one. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we got this unlocked. Alright, Shaw, I have got you all the sad stories you could want, my guy. Shaw's story has been kind of one note, which is kind of sad. And some of these characters have been a little one note. Some of them have been like really interestingly complex. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you look like, my guy? Oh!
When they let me out, I needed work.
Oh!
Weren't too particular to staying in
Interesting.
Alabama after I seen the way those men's eyes went looking at me. My son was headed up to Chicago, and I wrote him a letter.
Oh.
He made it sound like a paradise. Money falling out of your ears up north. Money spilling out of your pockets. White men who actually met your gaze and said hello, he told me. And at that, I laughed.
Interesting.
As I made my way to Chicago, I felt a bit like Moses, if I'm honest. I felt as if the country was splitting to make a path for me. Path to a new life. You got any good happy stories? Where things work out for someone, maybe?
Swear to God, if you only want happy stories this go around, I'm gonna be so mad. It was a hopeful story, not a happy story. I want to say this one is. We'll find out.
That was good.
Hey!
Wish I could have your stories around when I'm in a dark place, you know? My future? After I decided to leave Chicago, I don't know. I knew I'd be walking forever. That was the only thing keeping me from laying down to die. But anyway, you, know any good
There's
true
the
tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
I got you, my guy. Tragedies. Yeah. Travel 600 miles, find a single job. I think you'll appreciate this one, my guy.
Body and soul.
Got this.
Love is one of those fussy woman's things. I'm not supposed to have it, so I don't. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true.
Okay. I'll tell you this one.
I hear you.
There we go.
My joy? That's simple. Sometimes all it takes is the promise of something new, something different, to make a smile split your face. But tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen out there so far?
Okay, thrilling. I want to say this one is. I mean, I haven't told this one since it upgraded, so let's tell this one. Because I want to get Paul Bunyan up and going.
Now that's a story to keep a man on the edge of his seat.
There you go.
My place? My father was born here, and I was born here. But everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. Move along. Negro is a human animal denied a country, a home. We have to make it for ourselves. Or maybe just stand up and take what we've been owed. But anyway, you, know any good true tragedies? I feel like one of those tonight.
Alright. Is this one?
Body and soul.
Come on. Oh, really?
I've been traveling a while now.
Really? I didn't get nothing for that?
They don't tell you what happens to your feet after walking.
Terrible things.
They don't tell you how they start to look, feel, smell. Like lumps of meat and leather, all tangled up. Sun's almost here. So I hope we get a chance to meet again. If you head up the road this way, well, I won't be settling down anywhere. If you're watching the road, you'll find me eventually.
Alright.
Can't stop now. Don't have anything left to stop for.
That's fair. Because I think I've cleared out pretty much the majority of the East Coast here. Yeah, it looks like it. I need to get the people. It's alright.
When the
So there's this retold story here.
come down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale.
We'll change out the stories again and we'll give it a go. A few rambling stories. He launches into a story about the Plaza Theater, which often shows strange and uncanny documentaries. And this one, you know, it's the story of the morality play at the Plaza Theater in El Paso, but wilder and stranger than you remember. So I ain't pulling your leg, it's all true. Sure thing, my guy. Whatever makes you happy. There it is. I think I've still got a couple, like, people stories that I can tell. Just to kind of... Because he's right there at the cusp. Which is annoying. Let's throw around some stuff. Try to get what I can do. Trying to get a little bit more stories going. I need to do more, like, because I've got like my very specific roster of stories that I use, and I need to like kind of expand a little bit. Metal worker.
I'm gonna heft my spade up upon my weary back. I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low and my trains run
Let's change
out
out
of track,
these guys.
won't be no one else to dig
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hate that. Try that one. Don't want this one. Monster in the Maelstrom. I got a lot of these, goodness. Crimson Maelstrom? Why not? Runs in her circus. That one. That one's an interesting one. I kind of want to see. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. Okay. That should get me loaded up.
My vagrant song.
Let's get this guy. All right, Shaw. We gotta finish this up, my guy. That was a very interesting
Good to see you, stranger.
setup.
It's been a little while. How's your journey been treating you? How are your feet holding up? I've been walking since I left Chicago. I feel like if I quit now, I'll lay down and die. You got any exciting stories?
Oh, satin stories, that's what you want. Alright. I don't know what's this one's about.
Damn.
Hey!
There's one surprising tale. They say we all free now. I don't know about that. So, tell me a sad story.
Yeah, like he had one line in
Sad,
exchange
true,
for that.
Okay?
Sad and true. I'll say this one's sad. Let's find out. There it
Here.
is. Hey, now we got them all the way open.
Sadness. Well, it only starts to hurt when you stop and think a while. Best to keep walking till you don't feel anything at all. But
That is one way to do it.
you know any good true tragedies?
Okay, now you're just getting what I feel like giving you, my guy. Let's do. Ah, this one's a good one.
Well, I wish the world were like that, but it ain't.
That was probably a hopeful one.
It's my past. You think I wasted my life? I'm not sure anymore. As a young man, I thought I fought for something righteous. Now, Lord, who knows? But tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen out there so far?
This one's weird as shit, and I want to tell it. God, that one was messed up. That was one where I think with the.
Come on, you can't shock me.
Oh, it's a scary one.
Is
Yeah.
heaven for me? Or is it for my son and his sons and his sons? That's what I wonder now. And that's what I'm sure my father wondered. You got any exciting stories? Anything that'll get my heart going?
All right. I got anything that I want to tell. This was an interesting one. I want to know what kind of this one is. This one's either like scary or something.
Huh. Trying to
Not
scare
as
me.
scary.
Ain't working. Faith. I don't know when I stopped believing in God. It wasn't like I meant to. It just happened one day. Started feeling like any just God wouldn't give me hope and then rip it away. And that's how I got here. Still wandering, still looking. Maybe somewhere out there is a promised land. But I ain't seen it. Have you? It's nice to sit and talk a while on occasion. But the way you're looking, it tells me you got somewhere to be.
It's interesting that he's got 4 wings in this form, with him talking about how much he walks. I don't know. It's like, it feels like there's some sort of metaphor for freedom in here that I'm not quite picking up.
Why don't you go on then? And if you end up in that promised land, then send for me after.
You betcha, my guy. Shaw. Story completed. What did I get from him? Ah, I got a single long white heron's tail feather with a black tip. Yeah. That tracks. Progress. Chapter 3. I'm on chapter 3 with him. 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Franklin's done. I'm really curious to see her final. Dupre, the gambler. Dahlia. Jimmy. Little Ben. Oh yeah. Mason. Poor Mason. Poor Quinn too, Jesus. That was horrifying. Shaw. Rose. Migrant worker, that's right. There's Ray. Okay. We're gonna focus now on just picking up stories. So I need to start clearing out a little bit. And then, because once I've got a bunch of stories, then I can... Ooh, I get to go down here. To this town. I don't think I've been, because that's probably New Orleans. I don't think I've been to New Orleans yet.
I'm gonna keep
Straight west.
the last rights tucked in my
Go a little
soul.
Just because I want to pick up as many extra stories as I can. One night.
Trains run out of track.
Because I'm getting to the point where I would like to start wrapping up this game.
To dig my hole.
That means I have to go a little bit longer than normal. So I'm going to do that. And then once I've got all the stories, I can just fast travel between the different people. Decent chunk of them I should just be able to nail while I'm running and walking around. I think that should be fine. I'll grab these 2 stories and I'll swing south and go to New Orleans and get the story there. Because that is a thing. I'm not 100% certain which all cities I've been to. It's a little bit of a problem because there are stories in the cities and I bet that counts towards
Well, I'm
the
gonna
count.
cast my stones o'er the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far and long.
We got some retold story too while we're at it.
Night come down for to take me hand in hand. This will be my tale, my vagrant song.
Listen to this. He works his way through a long and strange story about how there ain't been a man hired to any job anywhere in New York City in over a month. There he finishes. What do you think? It's the story of the man who had to travel 600 miles to find a single job, but wildly altered. This can't be real. Boy's delight, so I told my brother, but he dunked me in a rain barrel and punched me. That sucks, you tell him. Put wasps in his cup and held it on his back while he was sweeping, so we're square now, I guess. Wow. Damn, kid. Savage.
Following a sinking
Oh my.
limestone cliff, you see the fossilized impressions of crustaceans clearly scattered across the stone. Long ago, this place must have been a shallow sea. Then something strange ahead catches your eye.
Look closer.
Leaning against the stone is a figure draped in a black cloth, arms crossed, and with a bull's skull for a head. This ghoulish configuration is about 30 paces away from you, but as far as you can tell, hasn't registered your presence or even moved.
Let's say hello.
You look down at your weathered bones, curse only you can see.
Oh, is that how that works?
You decide it's best not to be judgmental. You tentatively announce yourself to the figure. Hey,
Wait for a response.
Hey,
He calls back, in a voice much kinder and softer than you were expecting.
No.
You weren't even a little bit frightened, were you? I bet I look... The figure shuffles uncomfortably in its garb. So stupid. It sighs, reaching up to remove the skull.
Approach.
Behind the mask of bone is a shawl-wrapped young woman, mid-teens and tall for her age. I ruined my dress with this dark dye, too. No one's gonna whoop me bad, I bet. I keep destroying them, but does she stop making me wear them? No.
Just listen.
Turning the skull to face herself, she mimics what you assume is her family. Act like a decent lady, Suze. Oh, don't lose your head, Suze. She pauses, adding quietly. But it's what it feels like.
Ask what she means.
You ever been so close to someone that was like they were a part of you? Losing them would be like losing an arm or head. She punctuates her statement by waving the skull around. How would you like it if someone ripped off your head? She asks, hurling the skull as far as she can for emphasis.
No, it's all.
Maddie, the girl says, kicking at the dirt.
No.
She's my best friend. The girl pauses again. Tears are welling up in her bright eyes. I love her. And she moved away with her family. Gone up north. I'll never see her again.
Oh, sweetie. Did you tell her how you felt?
What? No! She balks. I mean, what's the point? You suggest that writing letters is a way to keep Maddie in her life.
Yeah.
At this point, there's not much to lose. The girl considers this for a moment and pulls out a pen and paper from her satchel.
I love how this story took such a turn. Yeah, it's the spirit.
Over the next hour, she works on the letter, writing and rewriting, pausing frequently to regale you with another of Suze and Maddie's
Aw.
adventures.
That's
Under the bridge, the haunted house, the Civil War bullet they found.
Oh, the haunted house?
Finally,
Wait a minute.
she seems satisfied.
Offered a mail.
That'd be great. She beams. I better go back and get washed up for supper. Maybe hide this dress. She hands you the letter and a few coins. This is to say thank you. And also for postage.
The girl wearing a bull skull who had you mail a letter to her dearest girlfriend. That is adorable, and I loved that. I did some story right here.
Hey,
Oh my, hi.
where you going,
Hi, buddy.
Two figures hop down and around a grassy knoll.
You have legs
One
in that
long
satchel.
and ropey and human, a bindle on his shoulder. The other, a lean little dog, tawny as the Mojave Desert.
Got the dog.
The dog doesn't look much like a dog up close, but something wilder. Its ears long and its amber-washed eyes knowing. Tilts its head into your palm.
It scratches
It
ears.
flops onto its back,
Aw.
squirming, paws bent, tongue drooping between its teeth. Hell you stopping for? Keep going.
Ask about the dog.
Me? I'm just playing a game with my mate. He's gone into hiding and I gotta find him. Once I find him, it's my turn. The dog, the hairs of its pelt growing silver in the light, cocks its head and scratches at a drooping ear.
About the companion.
Him? I wouldn't worry myself about him. He's nothing but a bundle of bones. Hard for a coyote to walk around alone these days. Too many questions, not enough turkey legs. She laughs, gold-brindled tail dusting patterns across the road.
Touch the moment, I guess.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. The magic won't hold. And if I lose this bindle of bones,
I
well,
don't think that light was there the whole
I
time.
hope you don't have any other plans.
That's a coyote, yeah.
The coyote grins then, tongue lolling.
I'm move on. Strange coyote playing tag with her mate. That was interesting. That's fun though. Alright, I need to go dead south. There we go. 'Cause I don't think it shows. Yeah. It doesn't really show if I've been to a city or not. Which sucks. Because I guarantee I'm going to miss one of these suckers. Well, maybe I won't. I feel like I'm gonna, though. I feel like I'm gonna miss one of these. One of these cities. Oh, we'll see. Got lots of railroads, though. I'll be able to hitchhike. That'd be cool. New Orleans. French Quarter's overwhelming. Oh, I've already been here. I think I accidentally ended up here. Okay, now I can just do straight south, straight west from here. Just kind of follow the stuff. I know. Hello. Seeing if I can get an easy hitchhike. Hello? No? I'll try for one more car. I have a feeling this isn't gonna work out for me. Nope. Alright, fine. Cross the damn river myself. It's the Mississippi River. Oop. Okay. I can still kind of try and sneak some. I don't think I missed anything, but I can grab some. Yeah, huge storm, gotta get the produce in, yada yada. Oh yeah. Oop. Got it. Alright, zipping off. Cool, if we get out here. That'd be cool, friend. Hey, cool. Hey, friend, that'd be a good spot. That's a good spot. Let me out. I don't like that I don't have any control of where it lets me go. Oh well. Worst case scenario. Oh, there it goes. Thanks, friend. Like, suddenly we gotta do the music. That was a good little hitchhike. Like, we're in the West now.
You stride
Oh my.
beneath a waning crescent moon that hangs low above the horizon. The sky is clear, but for a few wisps of clouds. There's just enough light to guide your way.
We're walking in the moonlight because we're smart.
Continuing past the empty fields and small ponds, you hear the telltale cadence of a horse. Looking around for the source of the noise, one of those clouds begins to obscure the moon, throwing the world before you into inky darkness.
Peer into the darkness.
As if perfectly choreographed, you see the horse and its rider emerging from the encroaching of shadow. They pull around so as to stop just on the boundary between light and dark. Lovely night, the rider croons, soft and low.
I'm gonna disagree. I would like to agree, but also stay in the moonlight. I don't want to disagree and stay in the moonlight. I'm staying in the
You
moonlight. though.
shake your head in disagreement and take several steps backwards, suddenly resolute to stay clearly in the path of the moonlight.
Uh-oh.
Something tells you that your very life might depend on it.
Yeah, I just might.
The horse seems to sneer at you in disapproval.
Glance back at the moon.
You
That's a
stand
dumb
in
idea.
a shrinking pool of moonlight.
Ah.
Looking behind,
Uh-oh.
you see the moons being overtaken by
Fine,
strange,
this is
dark
fine,
clouds.
Fine.
Oh, come now, friend. The rider appeals.
That is my guts. I don't
There's no
understand
need to be frightened of the dark.
No
Moon has her limits, is all.
problem, child.
The rider's eyes begin to glow.
No.
The rider's eyes narrow.
Don't like
His
that.
gleaming sockets seem to be catching the moonlight, hoarding it. It's the impermanence of light and life that makes them so sweet.
Yep.
Every night I thank the infinite void for that fact. You keep shuffling backward. Shadow and rider keep advancing.
Parade of the moon for
You
sanctuary.
crouch down, hoping what little moonlight remains is enough to keep you safe. The darkness is all around you now.
Yep.
You can hear the rider's voice everywhere, exalting the dark, taunting you.
Well,
You're
none.
not sure how long this torment goes on, but eventually, the words stop and the dawn's light frees you from your prison.
Yay.
You feel absolutely exhausted, but nonetheless, happy to be alive.
Cool. Frightening rider we met at night who tempted you with darkness. He sure did. Didn't like that. Preacher's yesterday in the church. Shows you a cot with thick blankets and a soft pillow. Yay. Get my refreshment back.
Some students have paused their long walk home to rest on the bank of this clear, shallow pond. Above them, a plane makes low and hazy loop-de-loops. They gaze into the water.
What you looking at?
A young man points at a girl who stands alone on the shore.
Her dad's in the plane.
He murmurs.
We stop here every day to see him.
He points into the pond, and you realize that the plane is flying under the water. The image in the clouds is its reflection.
That's not how that works, but what on earth?
The girl drops to her knees and stretches her hands into the pond. And when her father roars around the loop of the shore, his engines splash mud all over her clothes.
Papa!
She sobs and lunges for the water.
Help her in the water.
You
I
hold
guess?
her hand as she steps out onto a slippery rock.
What the
in
fuck? I pushed her?
shallows.
Wait!
Her friends shout. But when the plane banks past, she leaps. And you push her for good measure.
What?
Splash.
She make it? Probably
The water
not.
clears.
Okay,
She
good.
did. She did. She trails white-knuckled from her father's tail
What am
fin
I-
like a
what-
windsock
what?
as he swoops around the far end of the pond. But on its way back, the plane doesn't turn. It's aimed right for the shore.
Yeah, move.
The plane ramps straight up past you into the sky. A flash of the girl's wind-squashed face, her father's wild smile, and the wings snap through the treetops, and they're both gone in the clouds.
Thank you!
You hear her cry. Her classmates burst into tears.
Plane in the pond, plane in the pond. Okay, that was wild as hell. Huh. Crown cracks with something with a little more amazement. It reads out a story about a farmer who drowned his son in the grain silo. You're shocked. It's the story of the tyrannical farmer whose son killed himself in the grain silo, but some bits changed. Do you think this really happened? It's all made up. Sounds like nonsense to me for sure. Alrighty, well there's that. That's all grown up. Okay, let's hop over to this place. So we can get a couple more stories out of the way. And then we'll need to dive south a little bit. Because frickin' Texas is huge!
He said, son, I think the time has come to saddle
Oh, San
up
Antonio.
and
No tracks.
ride. White rider, white rider.
This is gonna be stuck in my head.
Will come, we all
Every time I get to this section of the game, this song gets stuck in my head for ages. White Rider.
they come to claim me now.
The bull
hi,
lounges
bud.
by this construction site, basking in the bitter sun. Upon his head is a silver crown, shrouded in tongues of pale fire.
It's fine.
Laborers periodically wander past, seemingly unconcerned. The bull catches your eye. You realize you've been staring.
I'm gonna be stupid because I feel like a little bit of a stupidity. Take the crown.
The bull recoils gracefully, avoiding your grasp. From behind, one of the laborers clamps down on your wrist. Is this sadist bothering you? He demands. The bull shakes his head in the negative, but you get the message. You leave.
Okay then. Oh, the flaming crown. Okay, that was something. Man reads a newspaper, reads out a story about the young man who, during the confusion of war, swapped identities with his dead brother. You're shocked. It's the story of the young man who wore his dead brother's uniform, but with some bits changed. Do you think this really happened? Oh, yes. Sounds like nonsense to me, for sure. Ah, that grew up quick.
The policeman minds you for news from anywhere but here as his radio burbles. You catch a snippet
Armed robbery in progress at...
before he turns it down.
That sounded important.
He waves a hand.
Yeah, it's just Willie. Every month after his paycheck goes in, he marches into the bank with his 45 and demands cash. Candace gives it to him and deducts it from his account later.
That's kind of her, I guess.
Right you are. No harm in it. Truth is, Billy just ain't very good at using banks. That's no crime.
Gunshots sound a few blocks away. His eyes widen. He kicks the car into gear and roars off, shouting into his radio.
Guess I'm gonna follow.
You get to the bank several minutes later. There's a crowd gathered round the entrance, blocking your view. But the action's over. A woman turns to you.
Someone came in waving a shotgun. Willie was there, put him down, but... Poor Willie.
All right then. Billy the man who robbed the same bank every week. Okay then. I guess that was sad. It was kind of funny for a second, and then it's nope. We're just gonna go sad. Okay.
The man takes a shine to you. He leans in too close and talks about the true music of the soul people who know him, about the things he's done. Everyone else in the club is focused on the stage, but he ignores it and talks to you.
I'ma listen.
He talks about everything. His life, songs he used to play, mentioning names that sound famous and familiar. Clubgoers and musicians alike pat his shoulder as they pass. He is liked and respected here. Perhaps the tales are true, but he talks only to you.
Have a drink.
Before you can order a round, one arrives, and he pays. With weathered fingers, he clinks his glass to yours, talking once again about his shining days, his best days, how much he means to this culture.
It's getting kind of late.
Soon, he nods off at the bar. You gather your things and leave. By the door, however, you see a faded old gig poster. You recognize him in the big band ensemble posing there. Younger, smiling brilliantly, sharply dressed. But you cannot remember his name.
The lonely man with a saxophone. Oh, sad. Like, oh yeah, I'm a big man and all this, but forgot to say his name, I guess. Okay. Get this story.
You glance up,
Oh.
and the sky is
Butterflies.
suddenly filled with monarchs. Billions of them rising out of the fields and streaming across the road.
Gorgeous.
You sit in the shade to watch them, and before you know it, the tree above you has a new coat of whispering orange leaves.
Oh, that's lovely.
They're resting, like you, gathering their strength for the next leg of the journey.
Oh, it's delightful. That's lovely. Okay. So we gotta come up here. I mean, just keep following this around. I think. Yeah. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Because what I can probably need to do is probably like start down here and then come up and around. And just follow this around and up to Washington again, grab that guy, and then come down. Just kind of sweep back down and around and grab all these people. Maybe end up here in Minnesota. That sounds like a plan. Have I been into San Antonio? I went. No, I didn't. There was a reason too. I didn't go into San Antonio because I was like, oh, you know, what if I get hurt down here? I didn't realize it was gonna be lovely little butterflies. Alright, it's humid here and absolutely sweltering. Men lounge in the shade and pluck their sweat-soaked shirts off their sticky chests. You head down a wide modern street as the cars go by. Explore.
Little remains of the Alamo.
Oh, the Alamo.
Just a chapel and some barracks.
Yeah.
The inside of the chapel seems off, like a space that is both ruin and restored relic, unsure if it should crumble or sparkle. The rumbling of cars outside is undeterred by the shaky adobe walls.
Move deeper in.
You come across a well, a squat square made of stone, hidden beneath a large, crooked oak tree. And on it sits a dejected man, eyes downcast, face hidden by a broad-brimmed hat, and clothes so thickly coated with dust that you can't make out their style or color.
Greet the man.
He looks up at you, and you get a better look at his face. Sun-beaten, several days unshaven, and body. Though he smells strongly of black powder, a single sharp hole punctures his torso. From there, blood oozes down, and smoke wafts up.
You alright, bud?
No. It's too late for me. He bats your hand away. His is clammy and cold, even in the hot, dry air. It's a long time before he musters the strength to say anything more. I marched out here following some rich man from New Orleans.
How'd that work out for you?
2 weeks trapped in this damn fort. Then it was just so sudden. Not even an hour. He seemed suddenly distressed. Friend, how long has it been? Why am I still here? But your response
like
doesn't
that.
come before he's collapsed into the ground.
Moving on. The dead soldier at the Alamo. Cool. El Paso, Santa Fe, New Orleans. Because I gotta get to. I could. I wish I knew what towns these were, because I don't remember. I think El Paso is California. So I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just... Where's the pink go? Pink goes up there. I could ride the pink one. That'll honestly probably be pretty good. This one? This one. Let's see if I can get it there. Santa Fe! Nothing happening. So you hop up the boxcar, you suddenly feel the heavy hand of a railroad bull on your shoulder. Now, where'd you come from? He asks in a way that indicates he doesn't care. You don't mess with the B&O's cars. The beating that ensues is efficient and brutal. Ow! Rude. Fine, I'll just go into Santa Fe and get... Oh, I would like... Oh, let's get a Reuben. Thank you. Okay. Now we can talk to our buddy here. Where are we at, stories wise? Oh, we're almost at 200. Hell yeah. Here, cook it. We can at least. I don't have a good loadout, I don't think, but we can try. We can give it a shot. Worst case scenario, we'll just do this chapter twice. Rocio. Hi, buddy.
Word has spread of una huelga, a strike, out in California.
Ooh.
It's not uncommon. I have grown used to the frustration and the desperation, seen it rise from its feet and march forth from the fields, but it always ends the same. No one listens. We're beaten down into the dirt and are forced to be comfortable with our discomfort.
Yeah.
But it sounds different out in the West. Los Filipinos y Mexicanos have settled their differences, turned frustration into strength, strength into action. I dearly hope I can see it with my own eyes.
I hope so, dude.
Now, tell me a funny story. Make
Funny
me
story?
laugh.
Funny story. This is apparently hilarious.
Oh, how funny! Thank you. It is not often that I can laugh. Authority. Some people cannot imagine what it is like to live without it.
Either living under it or having it.
On my way here, I'd have gringos look at me. Look at this waist, they must have thought. Some seem sad, but looking closer, I'm sure it wasn't out of compassion. They sat on their porches with their fresh clothes and sighed. It was relief. Do you know anything funny? Anything I can write home about to mijo?
I don't know. Pig farmers is maybe funny? This one might be funny, the haunted house. Oh, this is funny. Trapped ghost.
Oh, if mijo were here,
Oh, I
I would
surely
tell him
like
that one. I would like to see his little face laugh. Joy. I remember a time of joy. Back in Ecuador, me and my cousins used to play a game where we pretended to be stuck in a forest full of lions, bears, and tigers.
Oh my.
We'd dash across El Jardín, the garden, screaming and shouting so loud that the neighbors couldn't help but chuckle at us. I find it hard not to laugh about it as well now that I look back.
Yeah, I did something similar as a kid.
Now, tell me a funny story.
my
Make me
Lord.
laugh.
Darling, this is why I haven't talked to you again in a minute. I don't know many funny stories. Boy's dog, maybe. Oh, here we go. Mischievous ghosts. That's a good one.
Oh, if Mijo were here, I would tell him that one. I would like to see his little face laugh. Traps. I hear many wandering people are being picked up by the police. Some say it's not the police. Well, whoever it is, they're taking Filipinos, Indios, Hispanos, y Prietos to somewhere. I've not crossed paths with them.
Uh-oh.
Dios will surely watch over those poor souls as he watched over mine.
I certainly hope so, darling.
Maybe you have a good, hopeful story to tell?
Hey, this one I'm just gonna tell you stories. Spirit in the ways. Oh, that's a good one. I think this one's hopeful. I'm gonna check and see what this one is.
What a good story. I will remember it for a while. I know. Heaven. Mi tío would tell me that heaven waits for those that stay faithful. I have come to learn that it is more than that. You need to have faith in your own soul. Only then do you reach the presence of Dios, for He exists within it. Please share a story of hope with me.
No, I don't think I'm going to. Actually, I want to check if that one's hopeful. I know that one's hopeful. Never mind. I don't know what this one is. Let's check this one.
That one, it sounds untrue.
That's
Did
unhelpful.
you make it up? Home. America's not my home, but I begin to understand it, I think. I've seen towns, cities even, rush by while riding the trains. All I knew about this country was endless fields and rough ground. But now I see what all this talk of the American dream comes from, though I sense that that's just the surface.
Yeah.
El calor feels so intense, though I'm not sure if it's the weather anymore. I'm not suffocated by it. It's not just heat, it's warmth, reassurance. Can you feel it? I will follow it. This way, to the west. If you go that way, look
I think
for
that's
me.
where I'm going, so that
I
works.
hope we can share together in what we find out there.
Hey. Nice. Okay, I need to. Ooh, I want to go say hi to her. I really want to. I loved her story, and I really want to see what she has to say. What her that I want to see what her like, new form looks like. Real bad. Story right now. I'm gonna grab too.
Pues cuando me llama, llegué hasta abajo, ya mi tren se acaba.
Yeah, let's grab this story really quickly, and then we'll zip up to talk to our curandera. That one's definitely one I'll probably have to talk to twice, but I'm really okay with that.
Pues yo no tengo amigo más que el viento y el mar. Y cuando
Are they all here for the bar, or did any come to hear me? He turns and starts, but recovers swiftly. Thought you were the manager. He laughs. Not here for an autograph, are you? No, of course not. Did you hear me sing?
I did not.
Didn't think so. The place was empty. I'd have seen you. He sighs. I'm a good singer. I've packed larger joints, but only the drinkers come now. They don't give a damn about me. He smiles. It is false, but still warm. Why are you here?
Just passing through.
A traveler? I used to be one. Was singing my way to New York. Got trapped here. Didn't feel like a trap at first. grabs the glass, swigs, winces. It's love, of course, or used to be. Can you hate the person you love? Truly hate them?
Yep.
He sighs. My fiancée doesn't trust me. Singers are fickle. You'll fall for another. So I stay and my music dies. A glinting track on his face. The path of a tear.
No.
The person you love doesn't trust you. No point in proving him wrong. My place, you'd leave. Wouldn't you?
I'd leave.
Saying what I want to hear or the truth? He laughs. Not that it matters. If I stay, I got no future either way. So I need to leave. Damn this town. Damn what she thinks of me. Damn her.
Yep. I mean, yeah, like, sounds to me like you're getting nothing out of this deal, my guy. It sounds to me like, you know, she's miserable with you, you're miserable with her.
White rider,
I'm still laughing in my head about the girl with the cow skull, and how it's like you look down at your own bones and you decide not to be prejudiced or something like that. It's like, yeah.
come to claim me for I had my time.
It's like, ah, yes. Finally addressing the fact that we are a large skeleton that apparently cannot die. Okay, I'm pretty sure this lady likes hopeful stories, so I'm gonna try and change up my loadout for that. And then once we talk to her, I'll probably end it there. 'Cause I think that puts us at 200 stories. Yeah, dope.
They were dressed in white from toe to tip, pale horses trod below.
Ooh,
And last among their
Shiprock.
number, a chilling sight to see. The 13th horse they empty with a sound.
and money. Got 2 good hands. Down tree is flat in his front yard and his porch too. Thank goodness.
White
Money.
rider,
White rider.
ain't fixin' for to
Okay, yep. Launches into a wild story about Casey Jones, the fastest railroader in America. Halfway through, he stops, recognize the look on your face. You know this one? You tell him about the story about Casey Jones, the theatrical railroader. That's it. I think I like Mar Mar. Yep. And then you're gonna get everybody to agree with you. Yep. Okay. Casey Jones, the fastest railroader in America. Okay, let's see what we can change around stuff. Road killers. I think that one's hopeful. That one's hopeful. We need to stitch this one out, obviously. That's hopeful. I mean, she makes happy too. I hate that it's like hopeful, happy, and funny are all different things. Change this one out. Change out Cassidy.
son, I think the time has come to saddle up and ride. White rider, well, day will come, we all will join that line. White
Trickster.
rider, they come to claim me now, I had my time.
Suspicious prospector. Don't remember anything about. That. That's a good one. Heard his death approaching. I don't know what this one is still. That's a funny one. Drowned his son. Change this one out. That one's a hopeful one. Oh, that's a happy one. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it out. Fidelina, that's right, that's her name. My love is stronger. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Oh!
Hola, hola.
Oh, I like that.
Sit if you like. The road is hard, and it's good to see a familiar face. I thought to find an ease of mind in the last pueblo I visited. But her husband, he turned me away.
I'm sorry.
He called me bruja. Said his daughter will become un doctora and my ways unwelcome. So I leave. And I do not see mi familia.
No, I'm sorry.
My familia used to be so united, with respect for las curaciones, las curanderas. The times change quickly. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
Let me see what I got here. Let's see this scary story again. I don't have a lot of scary stories, unfortunately. That one, maybe? I think this one's scary. I'll be surprised if this one isn't.
What a good story. Like what mi hermano used to tell me as a girl. Am I trapped? La curación must be adapted to each person, to their faith, age, what ails them, and so also change with the times.
That's fair.
La curación has a place in the future. It's not stuck in the past. I am trapped, not by the changing times, but by the presumption of the people.
Yeah.
But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Oh, you're killing me with the scary stuff. Oh, here we go. Bacon Farmhouse. This is spooky.
What a story. Mira mis manos. They are shaking. Death began me on this journey. After my husband, que Dios lo tenga en la gloria, died, I knew it was time to leave my village. La comunidad, it changed. And very few who stay would have mi curación. It is my purpose, so I take the road to continue my work. Oh, please, tell me stories sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Hope for sure. Okay. That's a good one. Blood could cure any sickness. Please get somewhere with the eyeball.
What a good story.
There we go.
Esperanza. It is the most important, I think. Yes. I am sad. Mi vida, it was so full of people, of good work. People, they forget each other and the old ways. And me.
No.
All I have left is la curación for those who will take it. But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness and the goodness in the world?
Story. from this one.
Mi corazón. That was a good story. Joy, I have lived a good life. I am content with the work I have done. All that is left is to pass on la curación, and mi vida will be complete. Oh, please, tell me a story.
Sorry about hopeful. I'm not gonna get it all the way to the top, so I think this is a good one. Maybe. Might be thrilling.
No
Oh, it's
entiendo.
funny.
Is this a joke? My autoridad? Used to be that una curandera would command great respect from people wherever she would go. Even a plain old woman would be provided with a bed, food, respeto.
Respeto.
Una curandera gives la curación without expecting payment. But now, I find myself asking, no me gusta. El sol has risen. I am
Aw.
sorry, but I must be on my way. I am sad. We do not talk more. I feel muy solitaria on the road sometimes.
Hopefully you're on my way and I can grab you real quick.
Next,
You are not.
I'm traveling to this place. If you ever go there, look for me. I wish to tell you more about what it's like to be la última curandera de mi familia.
Rude. Well, it is technically the way that I'm going. Because I do need to hit Rocio and I forget this person's name. I could zip down there. I mean, that's probably for the best. Okay, so first, I can probably go ahead and, because the loadout I have, I could probably finish her up. Tiny Motormouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they load her outside the store. She's telling him about the soldier who journeyed 20 years for love. He tried to hide your surprise. It's the story of the soldier who came home to find his girl getting married. The version the girl must have heard is embellished to say the least, but hey, it's a good story. There we go. Interesting. Because I've got enough, like, people stories that, I can finish up what I can get the eyeball totally open. I think my frames are jittering a long time with the tune with the song, and I don't appreciate that. Alright, hopefully we can finish her up here. We should be able to. I'll be rather surprised if I can't. It's still a fun image.
It is good to see you. My journey is hard and my thoughts are hard. I am glad to see a friend. I often think about mi familia, about how they have changed, about how the world has changed. My niece's husband is not the only one to lose respect for las curanderas. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza.
Hopeful story. Don't think I've really got one. Oh, we'll just do this one.
What a good story.
There we go.
Esperanza. Our path together. My husband. Que Dios lo tenga en la gloria. He was so proud to have won my heart. When la curandera of my village called me curandera for the first time, after I defeat una bruja, he bowed me and also called me curandera. But tell me, What is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Okay, now I just get to screw around. Pig farmers. I don't remember anything about the pig farmers.
I don't think we share
Oh,
a
that's a
sense
funny
of
one?
humor. Sadly, it has changed. When I come to the road, I thought maybe some would not welcome me. But not so many. La familia del mundo, it is less open, more frightening.
Yeah,
I
that's something
understand,
for sure.
but it's hard to see the people so broken.
True that.
But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness? And the goodness in the world?
Probably not. I want to know about this. Is this one funny? I thought it was cute and sweet.
Mi
Oh,
corazón. That was a good story.
this is a hopeful one. Good, interesting.
Joy. I have lived a good life.
We've already.
I am content with the work I have done. All that is left is to... Do you have...
Sad day. I've done sadness. Done death. I don't remember which one this one is. I want to say this one's hopeful.
And you say that really happened? Those don't seem true to me. I trust in my work, but not as many of my people do anymore. They always are being forgotten, left behind for chemicals and shiny things. I worry I will not find someone to teach before I pass. But tell me, you must have had muchas aventuras on your travels. Can you?
This one could be interesting. It's a thrilling one.
Dios mío. What an exciting life you live. My choice. I choose sometimes not to heal. It is rare that I refuse to give la curación. And always there is a good reason. If a bruja harms herself in her evil arts, I leave it to the hands of Dios. I am the last of my brothers and sisters, the oldest of my family. I should be la doña, head of my family, of my village. Una curandera who has trained at least one apprentice into a curandera. Instead,
Yeah.
I am a simple and old woman who wanders alone.
Yeah.
My ways, the ways of old, they are being left behind like me.
That's sad.
Is it the same for you? Are you being left behind by the world?
I need therapy. You're gonna make me need therapy. All right, well, there's Fiddledina's story. Well, now that has utterly broken me there with the emphasis. Small metal figure of horse tied with a ribbon. Huh. The dog, that's from the one guy. The veteran. Huh. It's interesting that I've had this one the whole time. Back. Alright, I can super fast travel. That was sweet. Cool. Anyway, so we're gonna... anyway, so that is that for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This game is starting to wrap up. It's getting a little interesting. We'll be continuing this game next time at Sunday the same time. Currently linked in the chat are my YouTube channel and my Discord. I highly recommend that you check out both. We'll be doing... What is today? Sunday? Tuesday. More Tell Me Why on Tuesday. That game's always has been super fascinating, super interesting. I've been getting very, very, very invested in the story and the mystery and all that. And then Friday is more In Stars and Time. Same thing. I'm very hella invested. The story is so good. Just mwah. So if you like really good stories, like this game, go check those out. But yeah, we're just getting to there. But thank you all so much for joining me. I always appreciate every little bit of love and support that you give me. I look forward to seeing you all in the future. But until next time, this has been Lunatic Vixen, advising you to stay crazy.